For as long as it has existed, humanity has had continually asked the question: we're born, we age, we die. But does that have to be the case? In human DNA, there's a genetic strand called telomere. The purpose of telomere is to protect the DNA from degradation and the loss of vital genetic information. Works just like the caps and shoelaces to stop your laces from unraveling. Over time, the telomere gets depleted. To prevent this, a naturally occurring molecule called telomerase periodically replenishes the telomere so that the cell can survive long enough to replicate as many times as the body needs. Recent studies have shown a direct correlation between telomere lengths and the longevity of mammals. For example, a 9-year experiment involving 99 birds showed that the animals which possessed the longest telomere strands lived the longest lifespans over ones which possessed shorter strands. Furthermore, experiments involving mice with increased levels of telomerase showed rejuvenation and significant increase of lifespan of those mice. Similarly, experiments with human DNA with increased levels of telomerase showed dramatic increase in life cycles. So you might be asking, why aren't we all using this treatment? Well, the problem is if it's not done exactly right, it can potentially increase the chances of cancer. Our solution to this problem is to develop a small drug that can easily enter the cell and bind to a specific place in DNA where it can prevent the action of telomerase. My input to this process so far has been to develop a small molecule which easily binds the telomere and binds to the telomerase and stops the mode of action. The key challenge we see in going forward is to find an ability to allow the telomerase to inhibit the cells enough to stop the telomerase from action, but not to damage the DNA. This molecule is deoxyguanosine. I've used a derivative of it to make a water-soluble, self-assembling superstructure that will self-assemble within the cell to physically stop the telomerase from acting. The applications of telomerase inhibitors are many-fold. First off, it will provide a control against cancer formation that will physically allow us to do more studies in increased telomerase levels in mammals. Second, this will allow us to do studies in preemptive aging diseases. And third, this could potentially allow us to do studies to slow and even control aging in human beings. To conclude, I'd like to ask you a question. If you could live forever, would you? Thank you very much.